Hey, this is Andreas from Pocketables.com. Today I'm going to show you a accessory ordering system slash app slash the actual resulting accessory. It's from a company called SubCostume that makes custom cases. So instead of trying to explain it, I'm just going to show you how it works. So you start off by downloading their app from the App Store, which is free. SubCostume or SubCostume HD. I don't know why they don't use a universal app, but that's their business. You launch the app like this. You select your device, in this case an iPad. There's no iPad 2 version yet, this is actually an iPad 2. Then you can go ahead and choose different colors. You can import stickers, move them around, turn them upside down. Just go nuts making your own case design, or you can just import a photo or several photos and basically just cover the entire thing, or just put several over your photos, mix photos and their stickers, stuff like that. And you can share the image, save it, stuff like that, or you can order it for $30. I'm not going to order this one right now, but basically you can see they take you to their ordering system and you go ahead and order the case from their factory, which I guess is in China somewhere, where they're actually printing the design on the case. And then whenever that's done, what you get in the mail is something along the lines of this, which is a plastic case, sort of a hard shell type case with your custom design on the back. As you can see, this is the same image I used in the app 2 seconds ago, printed on the case. You can see the result is pretty good. It won't flake off or anything like that. Pretty good printing method. I don't know if you can see it on video, but this sort of semi-transparent logo in the back appears a bit green in real life. I think that's some sort of mistake they made with the printing process. Or maybe it's just that it isn't designed to do sort of semi-transparent logos in the background. Not that it should really matter, but I don't really care because it still looks awesome. And I mean, for $30 you can basically print anything you want on your own case, which is extremely cheap considering the fact that you have to pay more than $30 for many similar cases. So over here you have the cutouts for the volume control slash orientation lock mute button. This is actually slightly bent on my case. The representative I talked to on SubCostume said that it was just a mistake and he wasn't happy about it, but this isn't supposed to happen. It doesn't normally happen. However, it also doesn't matter, because you won't notice this when the case is on. And also they said that they're going to redo the whole sign around this part of the case, because this simply isn't a good design. You need to have it open or something like that. I don't really agree with him on that. I think it works well. It's a lot easier to push the buttons on this case than on the official Apple case, or even the spec candy shell, which uses sort of these rubber push through buttons. These are very hard to press. I much prefer the way that SubCostume did the whole thing. So, but if they want to try and do it better, that's their business. So let's go ahead and get my iPad 1, which is still around, and basically just slide the casing right like this. It's very easy to get on, it's very easy to get off, which is a big advantage if you use the Apple dock or switch between cases a lot. This thing right here is way too hard to get off in my opinion. I'm actually afraid I'm going to break my iPad in half every time I try to get this off. And of course the official Apple case as well, which is a completely different type of case. It's also very hard to get off simply because you need to slide it out, but that's another matter. So I think they did a very nice job on the design, and it stays on very securely. It doesn't fall off or anything like that. So you can see over here with the slightly bent part, you don't see it when it's on. And I think that even though you do have to sort of reach behind the edge to reach the buttons, you don't really notice that a lot in use, because let's face it, you don't use these buttons all that much anyways. And as I said, it's a lot easier to reach these buttons than on the candy shell or any of the other cases. So a couple of things regarding the design. The edge is slightly raised, which means that if you lay it flat down, this screen is actually raised a little bit from the ground. Not as much as on the candy shell or cases like that, but a little bit, maybe a millimeter or so. There's no silicone inner lining like on the candy shell, which means that it doesn't have the shock protection that the candy shell has. If you drop it, it's going to absorb basically the impact more than the shock of the impact. It's not protected up here, which I think is a good thing, because you need to be able to access this button nicely. Also the headphone port, that's a very big problem with this case, and also my Switch is the case for my iPhone, because they block out the headphone port so that I can't fit my Beyerdynamic DT770 headphones in it, because they are home headphones that have much larger headphone jacks than any of the other normal portable headphones. I actually managed to turn my iPad on. It hasn't been on since I got the iPad 2, so I'm just going to see if I can... Oh, let's put it to sleep. Also the same down here, you have the entire area exposed, which means that you won't have anything in the way of the sound coming from the speaker. The same with the dock connector. Because the edge sort of extends a little bit, you will still have the protection if you put it down, so I think it's a nice compromise. I much prefer this style of case to the candy shell, because this is easier to get on and off, and I like having the top and bottom exposed. However, the trade-off is that you don't have the silicone inner lining, and I mean the custom printing process has to cost some money, so I would say that if they started using the silicone piece on the inside, you might be looking at a price tag closer to $50 compared to $30. So, but that's an option they should consider, I think. Also, they need to get an iPad 2 version out. But let's face it, the iPad 2 just came out, so there aren't really any cases for it right now. But yeah, that's basically the case itself. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to quickly go through this little piece right here. This is a stand that comes with the case. You just click it onto the back, and you can adjust it like this, and have it as a stand like that. It's not overly stable, but considering it's a free edition, I think it works well, and because of the way it works, you can adjust it all over the place and basically have it stand up in any direction you want. So that's a nice little freebie that you get with the case. So yeah, that's basically the video for the SubCostume custom iPad case. Make sure to check out the details on nothingbuttablets.com, and thank you for watching the video.